On one golden evening, the Pride lands had never looked more beautiful. The sun, as it sank low over the horizon, Pride Rock stood tall against the glowing sky. Simba stood at the edge of Pride Rock, gazing over his kingdom with quiet pride. He had no idea these would be his final moments of peace. Behind him, Kovu's heart pounded in his chest. Every muscle in his body screamed at him to stop. But Zira's voice echoed in his mind, drowning out his conscience. Kiara climbed the stone path. She was humming softly, thinking about the stories her father would tell her under the stars tonight. She had no idea she was about to lose everything. His body collided with Simba's. For one terrible moment, their eyes met. Simba's expression wasn't angry. It was sad. He understood exactly what this meant. Then Simba fell. Kiara's scream tore through the evening air. Rain began to fall, as if the sky itself was mourning. Kovu stared at his paws in disbelief. All he felt was crushing emptiness. He had just murdered a good king for nothing. He couldn't bear to look at Kiara's devastated face. He turned and ran down Pride Rock into the storm. He ran for days without stopping. Kiara didn't have the luxury of running. Someone had to stay. Someone had to face the pride and explain why their king wasn't coming home. Someone had to stand on Pride Rock when dawn came and pretend they knew how to lead. That burden fell on her shoulders now. The Pride lands began to fade without Simba's steady presence. The change happened slowly at first. Grass turned brown faster than it should. Rivers ran lower than normal. Old disputes that Simba had settled years ago flared up again. Without him, the careful balance he'd maintained started crumbling. Kiara tried desperately to hold everything together, but she was young and inexperienced. Every decision felt impossible. Kiara's scream echoing across the rocks. Meanwhile, Kovu wandered the outlands alone. He barely ate or drank. He tried to convince himself it was necessary, that Simba deserved it, that this was justice for his pride's exile. But the lies felt hollow. Then, one afternoon, he saw smoke rising on the horizon. At first, he thought the heat was making him see things, but the black columns were real. They were coming from the direction of Pride Rock. The wind was strong and blowing the flames straight toward the heart of the Pride lands. He should have stayed away. He had no right to help after what he'd done. But his paws started moving anyway. Animals ran in every direction. Zebras trampled each other. And there was Kiara in the middle of it all, trying to organize an evacuation. She wanted to tell him to leave, to let him burn with his guilt. But animals were dying around them. Pride meant nothing if everyone was dead. Kovu guided the herds through the safest paths. Kiara kept everyone calm when panic threatened to scatter them. They barely spoke, except to coordinate their next move. The rain came just in time. The flames died to hissing steam. Kiara and Kovu stand drenched, exhausted. The silence is suffocating. Kiara breaks it. They can't keep destroying each other. The land is dying. The pride is fractured. Her father is gone. Kovu offers to leave forever. She stops him. Leaving changes nothing. She wants her father back. But that's impossible. Kiara stands before the entire pride. She tells them the truth. Simba was killed by Kovu. Anger erupts. They want blood, but she refuses. Killing him makes them exactly what destroyed them before. Instead, Kovu stays. Not as a leader, as a reminder of what hatred costs. Animals glare at Kovu with pure contempt. He keeps his head down. A male lion passes. "You should be dead." Kovu says nothing. The lion walks away, others following with bitter glances. Kovu stands alone beneath Pride Rock, completely broken. He whispers to himself that he deserves worse. Kiara approaches. She agrees. He's shocked. She explains this isn't about what he deserves. It's about what the pride needs. They walk through recovering grasslands. New shoots push through burned earth. The silence between them is no longer hostile, just heavy. Animals watch them pass. Zebras, antelope, lions. Herds move freely. Water flows. Grass grows tall. Kiara watches with satisfaction. Kiara walks with confidence now, head high, stride purposeful. Animals move aside respectfully. Kovu follows behind, not a king, not a threat, just present. Rainbows arc across the sky after a storm. Brilliant colors stretch horizon to horizon. Kiara says her father would have loved this. They rest beneath an acacia tree. Space between them, but comfortable. They walk the border together, the line that once divided Pride lands and Outlands. Kiara stands atop Pride Rock, silhouetted against gold and orange. Every sunrise makes her think of him. Every sunrise reminds Kovu of what he took. They both carry Simba forward, in different ways. The sun climbs higher, the pride gathers below. Hundreds of animals, peaceful and organized. Kiara leads from above. Kovu stands among them, part of the group, but different. Wind roars across Pride Rock. Kiara stands firm, fur whipping back. Kovu stands lower, respectful. They walk through tall grass together, steps matching. Neither leads, neither follows. Evening falls. Purple and orange paint the sky. Two silhouettes on a hill, watching day turn to night. The land breathes beneath them. They sit in silence beneath infinity. Dawn again. Another day to prove they made the right choice. Another day to earn redemption he'll never fully have. Kiara leads the pride forward with confidence. Animals follow willingly. Kovu remains in the background, helpful, humble, present. They survey the kingdom from a high point. Rivers flow, grass grows, life thrives. Wind ripples through endless grass, waves of gold stretching forever. They face the horizon, bright sky ahead. They walk toward sunrise. Light floods the land. The Pride lands stretch endlessly. Two small figures stand together on a hill, tiny but united. The land below is green, alive, healed. Rivers flow, animals thrive. Life has returned. This is not a story about triumph. This is not a story about revenge. This is the story of a kingdom that broke and chose to heal. The Pride lands will remember Simba, not just for how he lived, but for what his daughter became after he was gone.
Thank you for joining me for another remarkable love story from the animal kingdom. If today's journey touched your heart, imagine what else is waiting out there. Bonds, partnerships, and connections more magical than fiction. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss the next story unfolding beneath the waves, above the trees, or deep in the wild.